Hey everybody, it's Captain Shane Jochen, and I've got a little flight to do today. We'll be heading out to Atlanta, Georgia, and probably back again, and then maybe some other places after that. So I've already done my cockpit preparation checklist, and I am down to the um, ground power and wheel chocks. So let's go ahead and pull those now. First, we'll make sure we're on APU power, and then we're going to go wheel chocks remove, ground power remove. Okay, that's done. And then beacon lights on. APU air source on. And we'll go ignition A today. So that is the before start checklist. Now, before we start, let's go over our flight plan today. And bring up Navigraph. So we're heading out of Louisville today on the cargo 4 departure. Expecting runway 17 left. Here's the weather today. We got wind 210 at 14, gusting 18, 10 statute miles of visibility, scattered clouds at 3,200, broken at 12,000. Altimeter is 3000. Okay, we're going to take off here, transition to cargo, and we got an interesting flight plan today. So when we get to Hitman, which is what I guess that's what that's supposed to be, Hitman, we actually need to increase our altitude because we're flying NEOD. So we have a Sweven. So we have a even flight number. When we start going south east, we have to go to an odd flight number. So I'm going to climb to flight level 370 from 360 at Hitman to continue the flight into Atlanta. We're looking at the Chipper 1 RNAV arrival. And then I am expecting 26 right at Atlanta. So we're going to transition on the Zelo and fly it in, but we might get radar vectors in here because I do see ATC on it at Atlanta. So that's the plan. 26 right. All right, let's go ahead and get ready for pushback, guys. We have APU power on. We have everything on that we need. I think we're ready to go ahead and start here. So let's fire her up. Let's call for pushback.
Hey, Captain, let me know where you want this thing.
Oh, hold on. I think I need to fix my sound is coming in on my desktop speakers, not on my headphones. I want to be right about there.
Great news, Captain. Your tow's coming.
Great. Well, while that's coming, let's go ahead and fix this. I want this on speakers. Huh. I don't know why it's coming out over my desktop. Whatever. Not the end of the world. Okay, tow's coming in right now. Just waiting for the pushback.
All right. Looks like the doors and hatches are closed and we're ready to connect.
Okay, waiting to connect. Oh, let's set that altimeter. 3000. That's for Louisville. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Alright, and let's get the standby as well. 3000, set and cross-checked. Just wait for the tug. As soon as you see the aircraft lift up, like right now, he's putting us on the tug, we'll be ready to start pushing back.
Welcome aboard, Captain. Tow's connected, bypass pins inserted. Go ahead and kill the parking brake when you're ready to go.
Okay, parking brake released.
Here comes the pushback. Light them up.
Okay, we're clear for engine start, crew. Let's go starting engine 3. Button out, light on. Okay, we have N2. Oil pressure. Fuel on. Okay. Fuel flow, EGT. Button in, light off. Okay, good start on engine 3. Starting engine 1. Button out, light on. Okay, oil pressure on the rise. And let's go fuel on number 1. Fuel flow, EGT. Button in, light off. Okay, good start on engine number 1. Let's go ahead and go engine 2. Button out, light on. Okay, we got oil pressure. Fuel on. Fuel flow, EGT.
Just about done here. Go ahead and set your parking brake.
Okay. Parking brake set.
And we're disconnecting the tow. Give me just a moment.
Okay, button in, light out. Okay, good start on engine number 3. Correction, engine 2. So, crew, we have good starts on all 3 engines. Let's go ahead and do our after start checklist. Engine airflow anti-ice is not required. Air control panel. Air source extinguished and APU off. Disconnect hand signals on the right. Waiting on pins, age, and hand signal.
And we're disconnected. Signal and pin on the left. Take it easy and have a safe flight.
Okay, pin on the left. Thanks a lot. We'll see you guys later. Okay, after start checklist complete. Let's go. Taxi checklist. Flaps 20. Spoiler handle armed. Status page. Set the config. Let's do flight controls check. All right, crew, let's go. Ailerons left, 3 green. Ailerons right, 3 green. Elevator up, 2 green. Elevator down, 2 green. Rudder left, 2 green. Rudder right, 2 green. All right, stabilizer trim set for takeoff. All right, I'm gonna trim aircraft 6.1 degrees, aircraft nose up. 6.1 on a stab. Oh, little overshot that a little bit. Okay, stab trim set. Taxi lights not required. Takeoff data confirm on MFD. We have V1 of 134. Rotate speed 157. V2 150. Correction, VR is 153. The V2 is 157, and our climb out speed is V2 plus 10, 167. All right, takeoff departure briefing is already performed. After takeoff, we're going to fly heading 170 until 1,200 feet. Then we're going to fly the SID as programmed. All right, radar panel. Let's go ahead and get that prep now. We are going to need... Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to follow my flight plan. Yeah, I need to do that real quick. Let me do that real quick. I won't get in trouble here. Let's see. Let me file this flight plan real quick here. I knew I forgot something. There we go. That's better. Okay. So our squawk is going to be 3026. 3026. 3026 radar panel. All right, and then let's get the advisory frequency for... I should have done all this already. CTAF KSDF. Oops. CTAF. KSDF. All right, 124.2. So let's put 24.2 right here. There we go. All right, radios are set. Radar panel is set. Let's see. Transponder, TARA. Let's do that. That's a VAT sim thing. All right, taxi checklist complete. All right, crew, we're ready to taxi. 17 left. Get out my ground chart here. Show you what that's going to be real quick. We're currently here. So we're going to swing a left on Delta, cross 29, head over to Delta, and hit 17 left. Let's do it. Lousville traffic, good afternoon. UPS 2035 heavy taxiing to runway 17 left via Delta, cross 29. All right, let's go. Parking brake released, and let's give her some power. Hey, Aldre, I hope I'm saying your name right. Mr. Zenet or Miss. I don't want to assume your gender. Nice to meet you. From Brazil. Obrigado for watching. Yeah, that go around at JFK was kind of gnarly, man. I was reviewing it afterwards, and I made a couple mistakes. But I'm definitely prepared for that in the future. I didn't keep the go-around power at the limit, and I didn't engage auto flight fast enough for the auto throttle to pick that up. Otherwise, I think I did okay. I haven't done a go-around an MD-11 in 14 years. Okay, checking right, clear. Clear on the left. Okay, crew, coming left. A little bit of power on number 3 engine, just to help us in the turn. Okay, engine's back to idle, and then we are on taxiway Delta. And we're going to take this all the way to the end of the runway. Oh, 50 years old. Well, I'm 39, so I'm not too far behind you. But I do appreciate you watching, man. I'm glad you like my stuff. Flight simming has always been my first true love. My earliest gaming as a kid, 30 plus years ago, was flight sims, and I've always liked it. I kind of gave it up about 14 years ago, this sort of flight simming. I did some combat flight simulating for a while. Once I had kids, I didn't have time for it. All right, let's check 29. Clear left, clear right. All right, let's proceed across. Didn't have time for it anymore, but, you know, my kids are growing up a bit now, and I've got time for this, so I want to get back into it. I'm having a blast with it. A co-worker of mine is married to a Brazilian woman, so he's been practicing his Portuguese a lot. I don't speak Portuguese at all. I speak a little bit of German and English, that's about it. And some Spanish, because I live in Southern California and you really can't survive here without speaking Spanish. Because everybody else does. Right, let's go back to the engine page here. Take a look at my... Do I have a pilot's license? Pigeon, no. I've got about 25 hours in the Cessna 172. I never finished my private pilot's license. I ran out of time and energy. I was married when I was doing it, and I didn't have time for that. And my wife, I got rid of the wife, but now I just don't have good places to do it, and I don't have the time. My first flight simulator that wasn't a combat flight simulator was FS9, but before that I played war in Aces Over Europe and Aces of the Pacific were the first flight sims I played as a young kid here. Okay, crew, getting a little fast. I'm gonna pump some brakes in. We don't want our taxi speed to get too high here. We're kind of light today, 460 gross weight, so even at idle thrust it wants to take off on you. All right, so we're gonna pull up and hold short of 17 left and do our B4 takeoff checklist. So I'm getting on the brakes right now. So you guys type them to me in the chat. I will acknowledge you guys. It's gonna be busy here for a couple minutes as we take off. I will get to your messages for sure. I don't want you to feel neglected. Okay, let's stop right about here. Okay, parking brake set. Let's do B4 takeoff checklist. Okay, takeoff clearance. Well, we're Unicom, so we will get it. EAD was green box, no alerts. Landing lights. All right, I'll show you my landing lights here. So I want the landing lights on. I want the taxi light on. Strobe lights on. Runway turnoff lights. All the lights are on. Okay. Radar switch. On. System 1. Okay, B4 takeoff checklist complete. Okay, crew, we are clear for takeoff. Let me make my announcement and we're going to hit the road. Lousville traffic, UPS 2035 heavy departing runway 17 left, cargo 4 departure. All right, let's roll. Put some power in. This will be a static takeoff today. I'm using a little bit higher of a flex takeoff setting than normal. This runway is about 8,800 feet. It's not too short, but it's a little short for my liking. So I want a little extra oomph getting down the runway today, and we're gonna do a static takeoff. Okay. Remember, MD-11 nose wheel's way behind the cockpit, so we overshoot the center line before we turn. All right. We're going to stop here. We're going to do one last check of the weather. So if we do a quick check of the weather here, we have 210, gusting 18. So we have a little bit of a right quartering crosswind. So I'm going to put in some right aileron and stick pressure forward for the initial roll. All right, crew, let's get going. Let's go stabilize. Nav armed, profile armed. Okay, stabilize, brakes release, takeoff thrust. Okay, auto flight. Thrust set. Crosswind correction in. 80 knots. Takeoff clamp. V1. Rotate. Positive rate, gear up. Okay, let's go autopilot. Autopilot's engaged. Direct Dropa. Alright. So we're at climb thrust now. I'm waiting for our acceleration altitude, and once I see this airspeed trending up, I will raise the flaps, because we're at our flap retract speed, but I want to make sure we get some forward momentum and acceleration before we do that. Okay, there's our acceleration altitude. Autopilot's going to push the nose forward. And once I see some airspeed trending up, we'll go flaps, retract. Okay, coming right. Let's get a good view outside real quick. Coming right. Standing by for slats retract. Okay, slats retract. Okay, slats retracted, accelerated in 250. Check. Alright, let me make my announcements, go over to UCOM. Louisville traffic, UPS 2035 Heavy is clear, runway 17 left. Climbing via the Cargo 4 departure. Over to Unicom 22.8, so long. Alright, switching over to Unicom 22.8. Thanks, Pigeon. You like it? I'm pretty good at this MD-11 stuff, man. This is my jam. I flew MD-11s before I gave it up in Flight Sim FSX, the PMDG MD-11. So I have a lot of experience with MD-11. So this rotate one for XP-12 is, more or less similar. I'm glad I'm putting on a good show, though. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to entertain and to show you guys how to do this stuff the right way, as far as a fake sim pilot is concerned. All right. Climb to 10,000 feet, and then we'll start on our after takeoff checklist here. After takeoff checklist, right here. So, landing gear up, lights out, spoiler handle, disarmed, auto brakes. Oops, auto brakes are off. Flaps and slats are up, retract. Flap takeoff selector, 15 degrees. Check. Alright, EAD checked. No alerts. Exterior lights. Let's do landing lights off. Runway turn off lights off. Taxi light is off. Alright. Altimeters. We are waiting on flight level 180. Coming left. Okay, we're currently accelerating to our climb speed of 348, and we are using climb thrust, and we will use pitch to control the airspeed. So right now, we're accelerating to that, and you'll notice that the autopilot will start pulling back and climbing once we hit that speed, and it will use the pitch of the aircraft to maintain 348 knots. All right, and then we are down to altimeters on our after takeoff checklist. We're waiting for 18,000 feet. That's our transition altitude, so we're waiting on that. Okay, hitting 348, and you'll notice that our vertical speed is going to start increasing here. Now that we've hit our climb speed, the autopilot will use the pitch of the aircraft to maintain that while we fly a constant power setting right here. Let's take a look at the old map. A lot of aircraft out here today. See them flying around. Let's take a look at some aware. Let's see what it's looking like for us. All right, so that's us right here. That's us. No, that's not us. Where are we? Right here. That's another MD-11. Sorry, don't mind that guy. We just took out of Louisville. You can see our taxi, takeoff, our initial turn, and now we're flying towards cargo intersection. There we are. We got a 747-800 over here, 737-700 there, but no immediate traffic in the area. We are definitely going to have ATC going into Atlanta, at least right now, which is really cool. Oh, what's this? No, it's not us. We're right here. Okay. There you go. Okay, coming up on 18,000 feet. Stand by for transition altitude. And 18,000 feet. Altimeter standard 2992. After takeoff checklist complete. All right, let's take a look at the progress page here. So I've mentioned this in other live streams, but I always plan on landing with about 20,000 pounds of fuel. And look at this. Right now, it's calculating 21.1 thousand pounds landing fuel. That's perfect. That's exactly what I like to keep on for minimum fuel. Performance page. We got 44 miles to go to our top of descent at flight level 370. Our optimum altitude is 37,000 feet. But because we're flying west, we need to fly an even number. But we are going to probably have to transition down to an even number when we get to Hitman, but it just so happens that our top of descent is at the same spot. So what I'm going to do here is take out that altitude there, and it's going to recalculate. We'll take a look at that a little bit later on. Okay, climbing through flight level 220 for 360. Everything's looking nice. Pigeon, what do you mean by that? You would like Spike, can we get one? Elaborate on what you mean. All right. Looking good, guys. This is a kind of a short flight here, so we're not going to have a whole lot of time to talk about procedures. So once I get leveled off, we'll discuss our arrival and stuff into Atlanta. And in fact, what I'm going to do now... Everyone like the stream at once. That'd be cool if you did. It's okay if you don't, though. This sort of content is not for everybody. I have a Discord server, guys. I have about 700 people on there because I do other stuff besides this. Most of those people say that this is like watching paint dry, but this is not their kind of thing. So I do appreciate that. Flight simming content is not for everybody. I totally get it. So people who want to watch it can watch it. People who don't got it. I think what we're gonna do here is start programming in some radio stuff. So I like to look at SimAware because it helps me kind of project what I'm gonna need for radio stuff. So I know that we're gonna talk to Atlanta Center. So 132975. So while we have the time here, let's do that. 132975. All right, that's gonna be Atlanta Center. That's the first person we're gonna talk to. Additionally, I think we need to start looking at the ATIS for Atlanta. So we need the arrival ATIS. So that's going to be 11965. 11965. Let's put that in on VHF2. 11965. I'm going to tune that now, but we're not going to listen to it yet. Let's see, is there anything else we need for Atlanta? Nope. ATIS. So we're just going to have center and ATIS. That works for me. Once we get leveled up, we'll see if we can get the ATIS to come in. Alright. Climb in through flight level 300. We've transitioned over to Mach climb speed. Little oscillation. Might write this up. We got a little bit of porpoising in pitch with the autopilot. A minor thing, not a big deal. But I'll put that in the tech log for these guys to take a look at when able. It's not a big deal. Just a little bit of porpoising. Okay, climbing through flight level 335 for 360. Should be leveling off here in a couple minutes. Okay, we got another aircraft on our TCAS here. Seems to be lower than us, or is above us but descending. And about 30 miles ahead. Should be no factor. Let's see if we can see who that is. 1,000 to go. All right, here we go. FedEx flight. It's an A300. He's at flight level 350, so we'll be 1,000 above him. And he should cross in front of us without much of an issue there. Let's see if we can see him, though. We'll keep a lookout. He sit up in the seat a little bit, see if I can get eyes on him. There, straight ahead off the nose, about 20 miles. Oh, there it is. Look. There it is. See the contrail? There it is. FedEx 1571. Nice. 1,000 feet below, no conflict. Okay, guys, we are holding at flight level 360, altitude capture, cruise limit. So let's see if we can get the Atlanta ATIS to tune in right now. I don't know if we're too far out or not. Let's try it out. Yep, there we go. Let's listen to this. Charlie. Okay, let's listen again. Three, two. Okay. Okay, I got it. All right, awesome. So let's go over the ATIS, what we just heard. So the observation was 1757 Zulu, so about 20 minutes ago. The wind is 300 at 4, 10 statute miles visibility. We've got a few cloud layers kind of low to the ground at 7,500, 4,900, and 3,600 scattered. Altimeter is 3011, and we can expect a visual approach to runway 26 right, which is kind of the runway I want to use, because that is where we're going to be parking. So, got the ATIS, that's information Charlie, and I write that down so when I contact an ATC, I know what ATIS they're on. How far do we have into our top of descent? Let's look. 101 miles to top of descent, and we've got 32 miles to Hitman. So we're gonna have to go up to flight level 370 when we make this left turn to Hitman, because we're gonna start flying odd to the east. So we're almost like due south right now. We're gonna turn to the east, and we need to increase our flight level to 370 to comply with our VISM requirements. All right, let's look at the chart for Atlanta, which is going to be here. Guys, I used to fly for Delta Virtual Airlines back in the day. I would fly in and out of Atlanta all the time, but it's been 14 years since I've been there. We are going to the cargo. We're going to the north cargo ramp over here. We're going to be parking in this area. This is where UPS parks. So we're going to be landing on 26 right. I'm going to aim for exiting the runway around the Alpha 4 high speed right here. That's what we're looking at. We're going to be on the Chipper 1 RNAV arrival. We are landing to the west, so I don't think this this crossing restriction at Chipper should not apply to us, but Atlanta Center will let us know. Okay. No known crossing restrictions that I'm aware of unless otherwise assigned. Let's make sure that our FMC does not have any. See Chipper at 13,000. I'm gonna take that out because I don't think we need it because we're not landing east, we're landing west. So the FMC is gonna recalculate our top of descent now because we're no longer having to be at Chipper by 13,000 feet unless ATC changes their mind. All right, for approach at Atlanta, we're estimating a landing weight of about 442,000 pounds. So that's going to be a V approach speed of 160 at flaps 35. No problem at all. It's a nice long runway. I have no issues with that approach speed. So I'll put flight plan back here and take off our approach stuff, well, performance here so I can monitor the top of descent. And then here is an overall update of our flight plan. We're about to make a left turn on Hitman intersection. We'll increase the altitude to flight level 370 just for a little bit. And on or around Noob or IHAB, and here is when we're going to start our descent down. Am I going to stream all the legs? I might. It's 11:23 a.m. here in Southern California, so I am getting a little hungry for lunch. I may go off for about 30-40 minutes to go grab some lunch, and I'll come back and we'll fly back to Louisville from Atlanta, and then on there I'm going to see where the ATC's at. We're going to go somewhere else. I have a busy day of flying scheduled today. I don't have my kids today. They're with their mom, so I have the house to myself and I want to fly. And I'm waiting on a turn from my other game that I play, Warner Pacific. My opponent is working on the turn, so there's nothing to do. Okay, coming left. All right, guys, let's go ahead and start climbing up to flight level 370. I'm going to go to my FMMC and change this to 370. And now we're going to go to climb thrust. 1,000 to go. Coming up to flight level 370 now. I love this view over the engines. Look at the contrail. You can see our turn. That's where we were going, and that's where we're at right now. Coming in. Isn't that cool? Now this is going to change our top of descent a little bit. All right, leveling off. Okay, cruise limit. Altitude capture, 370. All right, let's see where our top of descent's at now. Okay, it's come down to 82 nautical miles. So our top of descent actually has moved forward because we're higher. So now we need to start down sooner to get down on profile. So that's why the top of descent actually decreased, because we're higher up. We have less time until we got to get down. All right, back to flight plan. Okay, direct Noob. Let's do a fuel check here at Noob. So let's look at the flight plan. Oh, that's advisory. Okay, so according to our flight plan, at Noob intersection, we should be at 27.3 thousand pounds of fuel left. So let's see how close we're going to get to that. Just to help us out, we'll go to the fuel synoptic on the status page. We want 27.3 at Noob. It does not look like we're going to get it. I'm a little bit light on that, so. I don't know, it's a few hundred pounds off. No big deal. It does look epic, doesn't it, Pigeon? Boy, this flight sim technology has changed so much from when I flew last. This is really amazing. I love it. I just love sitting here, enjoying the view, being in my cockpit, and just looking at everything here. All right, so we're just past Nashville, which is behind us. Murfreesboro is off to our left, straight below. All right, so crossing Noob. You know that's intentional. They might be talking about me. We should have 27.3 on board. We're just a little bit over. We got 20. I'm sorry, a little bit under 26.6. So I'm about 700 pounds light on fuel, but we have a huge reserve, so that's not a big deal. And the reason that I do these fuel checks at various points in the flight plan. Let's let this guy talk. I do these fuel checks to make sure we don't have a major fuel leak or something going on, right? Like if we cross the intersection and we're supposed to have 27.3 and I've got 15, we got a fuel leak. Something's not right. If we're plus or minus 1,000 pounds off, that could be weather, that could be just a miscalculation, that could be anything superficial that I'm not going to be worried about. That's why I carry 20,000 pounds of fuel for arrival, for these sort of contingencies, bad planning, weather, deviations, going around because JFK freaking air traffic controller wants to stack me up against the Delta 757, that kind of stuff. Anyway, let's put that back on engine. And let's just keep chilling out here. According to my SimAware, we should be talking to Atlanta Center here really soon, like. Within the next 3 to 4 minutes. Actually, you know what? Let's check in with them now. Let's get it going on this now. All right, let's check in. Atlanta Center, good afternoon. UPS 2035 with you. Flight level 370 inbound Atlanta. Okay, ident and down to flight level 240 UPS 2035 heavy. Okay, crew, I guess we need to start descending towards flight level 240. And center, is that pilot's discretion down to 24, or do you need us to start down now? Copy that. We'll expect to cross that at 13,000 and pilot's discretion at 240 UPS 2035 heavy. Okay, crew. I guess it's not going to work out. So he wants us to cross chipper at 13,000. Dang it. So that actually is putting us a little bit high right now. All right. So now our top of descent is at 10 nautical miles, and we are cleared down to flight level 240 at pilot's discretion. So let's go ahead and put that in now. And we'll go ahead and start down when the FMC wants us to. Ooh. Let me make sure you guys are hearing. Are you guys hearing that? I don't think you guys are getting the radio traffic here. Alright, let me know if you guys are hearing ATC or not, because I don't think you are. Let me make some adjustments to my stuff. Yeah, we're talking to center. I'm not sure we're picking up this radio traffic. Let me make sure I have everything set correctly here. So audio.
American 650 at 26.
You guys hearing that? Let me know. Let me know in the chat if you're hearing the air traffic stuff.
650. You have to actually tell you what. RNAV to Snuffy, runway 26 left, clear for takeoff.
Right. Let me know if you hear it. I hear it. Alright, crew. Profile down to 24,000. Let's start down.
Delta 695 order.
Okay, good. I got it fixed. Had to fix some OBS stuff here.
Runway 278, line up weight.
Alright, let's turn that down just a little bit.
1171 to 35, 37, information. Charlie, ramp 4 south, short of Lima, ready to taxi.
Okay, we are descending. Let's do our descent approach checklist. Landing data.
Lima, Charlie, walk at 35, 37.
Landing data is checked and set. V approach 160. We'll do flaps 35.
United 287 heavy, your radar contact.
Approach briefing. Okay, so we have a slight variation here.
Correction 400.
Let's go over that.
United 37.
American 1505, runway 27 left.
So we do have a crossing restriction now. Chipper at 13,000. So that's the only other variation to our approach and descent briefing. I've already put that in, and we're descending. We're cleared down to 240. Windshield anti-ice is not required.
14 cross Aussie at a maintain
Decision height. Let's check that out.
Line altimeter 3011.
26 right. Decision altitude on the ILS is 200 radar altimeter. 200 radar altimeter is set.
2,000, 12,000 at 250 knots. The Atlanta altimeter 3011.
Seatbelts are on. Decision altitude, correction. Altimeters, that's where we're going to stay. 18,000, we're going to go to 3011 on the altimeters when we get down there. Alright, so we're at descent approach checklist to altimeters. And crew, we are cleared down to 240.
Delta 1695, RNAV to football, runway 278, clear for takeoff.
Looks like we got a cloud there coming up here.
Football 1695.
Alright, so let's get the radar pointed down. I like to see what I'm descending into. So we'll put the tilt down a few.
American 650, radar contact the altitude.
30,000.
American 650, roger. I need you at an odd altitude going to Washington, either 35 or 37. Which would you like?
35.
American 650, roger. Climb and maintain flight level 350.
Climb and maintain 350.
EPS 2035,
That's us.
cross chipper at a maintain 13,000. The Atlanta altimeter 3011.
Okay, cross chipper at 13,000. UPS 2035 heavy. Alright, as discussed, chipper at 13,000. And the altimeter is exactly as ADA stated, 3011. So we are cleared down to 13,000 now. Cross chipper at 13,000. Profile down to 13.
On legs because the plane is quite sluggish right now.
I'm sorry, I'm not quite understanding what you're asking. Say again?
Now, what was that? What's this guy saying?
Delta 1695, your radar contacts the altitude. Climbing past 2,500, 1695. Delta 1695, roger. Maintain 10,000 for now. I'll get you higher once you pass traffic.
This center controller is very, very good. The way he's talking, his callouts are crisp and clean, and he has very good command of the channel. So that's pretty cool. I love it when I have good center controllers. They're the most important controller you have.
Atlanta Center, Walker 1483.
Uh-oh. Well, rookie alert.
Walker 1483, Atlanta Center, guys. We're 64 miles north of Volunteer Pebble 360.
What is this? The aircraft is quite sluggish. I don't know why. It's probably because you didn't do something right. American Airlines 650. Let's see what this guy's flying.
EPS 2035 area of moderate to heavy precipitation from your 10 o'clock to your 1 o'clock and approximately 330 to 35 miles, spanning approximately 50 miles in diameter. Advise any deviations.
Copy, Wilco. Weather radar ahead looks good for now. We'll call you if we need it.
Alright.
I don't see any. He's saying there's precipitation ahead.
1695,
There very well may
maintain
be,
flight
but
level
my weather radar's not picking it up right now, so I'm not going to be worried about it. Alright, let's see what this American Airlines guy's flying. What's going on here?
Walker 3537, aren't at the football, runway 27 right, clear for takeoff.
Right at the
Where is
football,
this guy?
27 right, clear for takeoff. Walker 3537.
American Airlines 650. There he is.
American 1505, I see what happened here. Your program for the East Flow,
Yeah.
Star.
737
do you want to
800.
quickly
I don't know why.
reprogram
That
for
should be
the
climbing fine.
West Flow one, or do you want to
Oh, add drag.
just get radar vectors?
Okay, speed brakes in.
Yeah, sorry, this program looks in pretty skinny. If you can give me vectors, that'll be fantastic. No problem, American 1505, turn
Okay,
right.
gotta add some drag, getting a little fast here. Okay, take the drag out. Speed brakes.
Climb and maintain
Raise
111,000. That's for traffic, and I'll get you lower here in about 15 miles. Okay, 060, and then climb 11,000.
Alright. Look good, look good. Weather radar still looks clear. Okay, descending through flight level 220 for 13,000.
United 2221, pilot's discretion, ascend and maintain, flight level 240.
240 at my discretion, thanks. 2221.
Alright, so while we have a brief second here, this is the ILS 26 right approach. We're probably going to get radar vectors, but we have it programmed in to fly it automatically all the way to Zelo. So we're going to be at Zelo at about 5,000 feet. At AJ, we're going to start our 3-degree glide slope down, 26 right. We want to be over the threshold at 55 feet. The touchdown zone is 990 feet, 26 right.
For now, climbing, actually maintain 10,000, I'll get you higher.
Alright, missed approach altitude. Climbing 1800 and right climbing turn to 4,000. Inbound RMG VOR radio 132 to Dallas intersection. That's DME 18.5 of RMG and hold. It sounds like a bunch of rubbish, but let me show you on the FMS. It'll make more sense. I know that sounds like a lot. It's not that bad. So let's go to plan. I'll talk you through our missed approach if we have to fly it. So let's say we're flying and we have to execute a missed approach. Let me turn traffic off. We're gonna fly straight ahead at 1800. All right, we're gonna climb to 1800. Then we're gonna initiate a right-hand climbing turn via the RMG 184 radio to the Dallas intersection, and we're gonna hold. And that's what that big racetrack is right here. That's a hold. Hopefully we won't need to do that, but we have it programmed in just in case.
United 2381, for direction of flight, I need you at an even altitude, either flight level 320 or flight level 340, which would you prefer?
Okay, coming up on transition altitude crew. Okay, 3011.
Correction, United 2381, roger, descend and maintain flight level 320.
Descend and maintain flight level
3011. Okay, altimeter set, cross check, 3011.
11 to 12 o'clock, 7 miles northeastbound, an American A320.
Alright, so now we're down to exterior lights. We'll turn them all on at 10,000 feet, holding on that for the descent approach checklist.
1505 traffic, correction, 11 o'clock, 5 miles, turning southbound, A320, climbing through 9,000 to 10,000. Yeah, IMC, but I have it on TCAF. American 1505, roger, turn right, heading 0905. 095, American 1505.
Traffic site, Walker 3537.
Delta 1459, runway 27 left. Delta 1459, runway 27 left.
27 left, Delta 1459.
Okay, looking good, guys. Let's check our profile. Perfect. No path
Walker
error.
3537, climb and maintain flight level 370.
Climb and maintain flight level 370, Walker 3537.
1505, descend and maintain 4,000. 1,000, American 1505.
American 14,000. That's the air at 12,000.
American 14, descend and maintain 9,000. You can expect runway 26 right.
9,000 and 26 right, American.
Okay. Coming up on our crossing at Chipper at 13,000.
Altitude.
1,000 to go.
American 650, I'll disconnect and reconnect again.
Roger.
Okay, leveling off.
American 14, flight heading 215, vectors for the approach, descend and maintain 3,000.
Could you say that altitude again, sir?
3,000.
American, we're getting 215 and down to 3,000.
GPS 2035,
That's us.
reduce, correction, descend and maintain 12,000 and cross rain at 210 knots.
Okay, 12,000 and rain at 210 knots, UPS 2035 heavy. All right, crew, so he wants us at 210 knots, which is really fast.
United 703,
really
Myers
slow.
Space, Washington is offline, radar service terminated, frequency change approved, connect.
And then down to 12,000. Okay,
Stabilizer motion.
rain at 210 knots.
1459, turn right,
And we are cleared down to 12,000.
vectors for the approach, descend and maintain 4,000.
Right, 340 down to 4,000.
All right, I think we need to start going and getting slowed down now. I'm going to help out the autopilot here.
550, leaving Myers Space, Washington's offline, radar service terminated, frequency change approved, tonight.
We're going to pass the signal to Youngkong, 22.8, construction at 2.
All right, I'm going to help the autopilot out here. Let's get it. Let's start slowing it down on our own, because I don't have confidence in us slowing down this beast in time for that. Okay, is it hard to install scenery in XP12? Not too bad.
United 2221,
Somebody walked me through it
cross Osceola,
recently.
maintain 2000
I can try to explain it, maybe in another
3011.
video.
Osceola 2000, United 2221.
Well, let me rephrase.
2221, just verify Osceola 250 knots as well.
I don't think I'm not the best person to ask, man. I'm still kind of new to the game. I've only had it a month, so I've only installed 2 sceneries so far, and somebody walked me through it. So I'm not the best person to ask about that. All right, we're in some turbulence right now, guys. No big deal. Reducing speed to 300 knots just to help get us slowed down. All right, let's go ahead and go 210 right now. Let's start getting it slowed down.
American 14, maintain 210 knots.
All right, I'm gonna put in some speed brake here.
1400.
We gotta get this thing slowed down, like, right now.
American 1505, actually disregard.
Stabilizer motion.
Check. Oh, we are in some serious turbulence. All right, let's go slats extend.
United 2225, correction, United 2221 has Charlie. Roger.
And speed brake up.
American 1505, turn left, heading 360. American 1505, turn left,
All right,
heading
let's go
360.
flaps 15 because we're getting a little high on the pitch here.
American 50.
Stabilizer motion.
Nope, nope, nope. That's not what I wanted. Nope. 210 knots.
Stabilizer motion.
All right, we're getting slowed down. 210 knots, holding at 12,000 feet. Flaps 15. Still in the soup.
American 1505, the Atlanta airport's at your 10 o'clock and about 15 miles reported sight. Roger. I'm listed in IMC right now. No problem.
Okay, 210. Let's go back to FMS speed.
American 1505, turn left, heading 300, join the localizer. 300, the localizer, American 1505. Built 1459 heavy.
Hey, coming left.
The Atlanta airport's 10 to 11 o'clock and about 17 miles report airport insight.
Airport insight, Delta 1459.
Roger. American 14 traffic's 12 o'clock, 6 miles turning westbound at A320 at 4,000. Report traffic or the airport in sight.
American 14, report the traffic and field 6.
American 1505, descend and maintain 3,000, then reduce speed to 180. 3,000, 180, and the airport in sight. American 1505. American 1505, your cleared visual approach runway 26 right, maintain 180 knots or greater until AJ. Clear for the visual, 180 until AJ. American 1505. American 14, just verify you have the traffic in sight.
Affirmative, American 1.
Delta 1459 heavy, turn left heading 290, join the localizer, advise the Atlanta airport in sight.
Left 290, we have the airport in sight, Delta 1459.
Delta 1459 heavy, your cleared visual approach, runway 27 left.
Cleared visual 27 left, Delta 1459.
UPS 2035 heavy, descend and maintain through 4,000.
Down to 4,000, UPS 2035 heavy. Okay, crew, clear down to 4,000.
United 2381, leaving Merit Space, Cindy's correction, Memphis offline, radar service terminated, frequency change approved, good night.
Over to you, Comfort. United 2381, thank you.
United 2221, runway 26 right.
26 right, United 2221.
American 14, turn right, heading 250.
I think that's the airport, straight ahead.
Runway 26 right.
No, it's not. That's a bunch of golf courses.
Cleared visual approach 26 right.
Never mind. No, the airport's off to our, right down there somewhere, in the clouds.
And American 14, maintain 180 knots until AJ, and you're clear.
There it is.
Runway 26
See it?
right.
Look at all the aircraft down there. Hey, company traffic, see that? That's cool.
Past AJ, clear 26 right, clear to land.
Company traffic.
American 1505, runway 26 right, clear to land.
Alright, tell you what. Let's go ahead and get the let's get the lights on now.
1459 heavy, runway 27 left, clear to land.
27 left, clear to land, Delta 1459 heavy.
And that is descent checklist complete.
American 289 heavy with you, flight level 230.
American 289, Atlanta Center, good evening. Ident, and descend via the Jedi 3 arrival, the Atlanta altimeter 3011.
You know what? Let's go vertical speed.
Jedi 3 arrival, American 289 here.
Let's go 1500 vertical speed.
American 289 on your radar, contact 40 miles from Jedi. Good evening.
Okay, crew, passing through 10,000 for 4,000. What the heck am I hearing?
There's an aircraft calling, but it's just coming in as static. I'm not getting any voice. United 2221, descend and maintain 9,000.
9,000, and I'd like to medium drop.
United 2221, roger, thanks.
Okay, looking good. 210 knots. Vertical speed, 1,500 feet a minute, down to 4,000. We should be hooking it right here in a little bit to start the ILS into 26 right. He may give us a visual. I don't know. Okay, I got the ILS receiver in, IGXZ. Let's confirm that. Let's see here. IGXZ.
Atlanta Center, American 57 heavy.
Okay, in the clouds.
16,000 on the icon of the park out of Charlotte.
American 15.
And Atlanta Center, radio check.
Climb and maintain flight level 230.
Climb maintain flight level 230, American 15 heavy.
Little bumpy in this cloud here. Let's go weather radar. Let's go ahead and point it straight ahead now.
Atlanta Center, radio check.
5x5. UPS 2035 heavy, turn right, heading 180.
Right, 180, UPS 2135. Alright, crew, 180 to the right. Coming right. You know what? Let's go ahead and speed this up a little bit.
United 287, you're leaving my airspace. Memphis offline, radar service terminated. Change of crews. Have a good night. Have a good night.
United 287 heavy, thank you for your service. Have a good night.
We're getting a little fast here.
Atlanta Center, Southwest 284, gonna step away for about 5. That was a nice one. That was 3 at once. Sorry, I didn't hear a single call sign, but tell you what, UPS 2035 heavy, you can turn right heading 250 to join the localizer and give me a call when you got the field.
Copy, come 250, join localizer, we'll call field site. UPS 2035 heavy.
Alright, one at a time, please. I think I heard a Southwest call in, maybe?
Yes, Southwest 284, gonna step away for about 5 minutes. I'll let you know when I'm back.
No problem.
Atlanta Center, Southwest 408, climbing 21.24370, flying over Evan intersection.
Southwest 408, Atlanta Center, good evening. Gear radar contact, climb and maintain flight level 370.
Code level 370, good day.
Hey, localizer.
Southwest 408. Atlanta Center, Center, American 210 heavy, mission pop up, taxi close for function 3.
American 210, Atlanta Center, climb and maintain flight
Alright,
level
crew,
230.
flaps 28, coming up.
230, delete the speed, 210.
Flaps 28.
And I think there was somebody calling for taxi.
American 1505, we're down and clear of 26, break and opening.
American 1505, welcome to Atlanta. At Bravo 2, cross runway 26 left, join Foxtrot debarking.
Okay.
Bravo 2, cross 26 left, Foxtrot debarking, American 1505.
American 14 at Charlie, cross runway 26 left, join Echo debarking.
Let's go flaps 35. Nope, gear down.
Stabilizer
American 14,
motion.
we'll cross 26 left and join Echo. Gotcha.
United 2221, descend to maintain 3000.
3000, United 2221.
Delta 1415 on heavy, welcome to Atlanta. At Tango, cross runway 27
Alright,
right,
let's
join
fly
Lima
180.
debarking.
At Tango, cross 27 right, Lima to parking, Delta 1459 heavy.
Atlanta Center, UPS 2035 heavy, field in sight.
Was Delta 1572,
Damn it.
right?
Yeah, Delta 1572, information pop
Yeah,
up.
this guy's getting a little too busy.
Then found Delta 1572, runway 26 left, taxi via Foxtrot.
Function 26 left, Delta 1572, thanks.
Atlanta Center, UPS 2035 heavy, field in sight.
UPS 2035 heavy, runway 2, clear visual approach, runway 26 right, runway 26 right, you clear to land.
Okay, cleared visual approach and clear to land, 26 right, UPS 2035 heavy. Alright, crew, clear to land.
United 2221, clear direct Haynes, cross
Alright,
Haynes,
let's
on runway
go.
3000, you're cleared ILS.
FMS
Runway
speed,
26
flaps 35.
approach. American 1577, leaving my airspace, Jacksonville's offline, radar service terminated, frequency change approved.
First change approved, American 1577, have a good day.
Alright, let's get her slowed down.
United 2221, turn right, heading 245, join the localizer by the Atlanta airport at site.
Okay, before landing checklist.
Report the field, United 2221.
Landing gear down, 4
American
green.
210, you leaving my
Spoilers.
airspace, Washington
Armed.
offline, radar service
Auto
terminated,
brakes.
frequency change approved.
Minimum.
Go over to Utica, American 210 heavy, we'll see you.
Flaps
Have a good one.
35. Altimeters set
American
cross check
289, runway
3011.
27 left, the Atlanta altimeter is
EAD check
3011.
green box.
27 left, 301.
Before landing
American
checklist
289.
complete. Okay, crew, we are looking really nice.
American 14, if you need it, give
On
way to
speed.
a Delta 320 from left to right.
On profile.
Foxtrot.
Let's get the missed approach altitude into box. It's 4,000. Let's confirm that real quick.
What was that, American 112?
Missed approach 4,000 set.
Atlanta Center.
Allegiant 2432, Atlanta Center, good evening. Climb and maintain flight level 230, delete speed restriction.
I don't think so, man. It's not as busy today. I don't think we have any go-arounds today. Unless I screw up.
1453 area, moderate to extreme precipitation from your 11 o'clock to your 2 o'clock, approximately 5 miles, spanning approximately 50 miles in diameter, advise any deviation.
Really bumpy up here right now.
American 650 requesting
All right, at 1,000 feet, I will take over.
650, what
Let's
else?
do a throttle alignment check real quick.
370.
There we go.
50, climb and maintain flight level 370. Just to let you know, I will have to get you lower by the border, but it'll be another 5-10 minutes.
Roger, climb and maintain 370.
Southwest 284, back with you.
Roger. Vulgar 1403, did you get that?
Go ahead for 1483, yeah, did you?
No problem. Vulgar 1483,
All right,
area
I'm taking
moderate
over.
to extreme precipitation from your 10 o'clock to say it's 2 or 3 o'clock now, and approximately 5 miles, spanning approximately 50 miles in
Right,
diameter.
I have
advise
control.
deviation.
We'll go 1483.
1,000.
Okay, slight wind from the left. Correcting.
Delta 380, you're leaving my airspace, Washington's offline, radar service terminated, frequency change approved.
Roger, sir. Thank you very much for your presentation. And have a nice day. And the being.
Leaded 2432, leaving my airspace, Washington's offline, radar service terminated, frequency change approved.
Okay, on speed. Stabilized.
500. 400.
I need my windshield wipers on.
300 minimum.
A little fast.
200.
Landing.
Walker, extras disregard.
100.
Atlanta Center, radio check.
40, 30,
5 by 5.
20, 10.
Atlanta Center,
Okay. Live nose down. Reverse dust.
721, you reminded me. I thought it was much later than it was. It's actually only 3 p.m. Good afternoon. You're, let's see, climb and maintain flight level 230, and you can delete the speed restriction.
Reverse idle. Manual braking.
Yeah, I thought it was like 6 p.m. I woke up earlier than I normally do.
Okay. Reversers. Normal. What is up with this rain, huh? Alright, I guess we're doing a full length rollout. Jeez. I ate more runway than I thought I would.
Atlanta Center, 1572, holding short 26 left.
A little bit of a float there.
Delta 1572, RNAV
Alright.
to...
Exiting right.
Let's see, RNAV to... Snuffy, runway 26 left, clear for takeoff.
RNAV Snuffy, 26 left, clear check, Delta 1572.
Units 2035 Heavy, welcome to Atlanta. Hold short, runway 26 left at hotel. Oh, nope, you're going the other way. UPS 2035 Heavy, taxi Alpha to parking. Have a good night.
Thanks a lot. Alpha to parking, UPS 2035 heavy, and we are clear 26 right.
Thank you.
Alright, guys.
United 2221, you have
Let's
the field
stop
yet?
here and let's do our after landing
sorry about
checklist.
that. Yeah, we have the field, United 2221. United 2221.
Let me make sure I'm off the runway here.
26 right, runway
Alright.
26 right, clear to land. Clear to land, 26 right. And clear for
Parking brake set.
2221.
I can turn that off now.
American 289 Heavy, fly heading 335, vectors for
After landing checklist.
3000.
Spoilers.
335, vectors for the down to 3000,
Up.
American 289.
Flaps. Up. Retract. Weather radar. Off. Auto brakes. Off. Stab trim. Set 3 degrees. Aircraft. Nose up. Okay. Landing lights off, retract, taxi light is not required, runway turn-off lights are not required, high intensity lights are off, anti-ice is not required, APU is started. After landing checklist complete. Alright, let's taxi, guys.
On South Ramp 5 at Atlanta, taxi
Forward thrust.
278.
Delta 5280 Atlanta Center, runway 27 right, taxi via Lima, Lima Charlie.
Pigeon, I'm
Lima,
only
Lima,
using some
Charlie, we did
sceneries
pop,
for Louisville
57
and
right
a couple
for
other
Delta
places. I'm not doing much else scenery-wise. I haven't really got into that yet. Alright, move forward.
Southwest 284 cross, 20 miles west of
Alright,
QE.
what do you guys think the landing rate
level
was?
310.
I felt pretty good to me. Let's see, you ready? Here's the reveal. Oh, not bad.
Atlanta Center, Southwest 284, you asked me to descend to
199 feet per minute, 158, a little bit fast.
20 miles west of QE, that's Quebec.
Degree pitch,
Uniform,
not bad.
India,
Okay,
Whiskey,
wings level,
Echo,
199 feet per
level
minute.
310,
Very
affirmative.
acceptable.
Cross Creek at 310, Southwest 284.
Lead at 721, leaving Myers Space, Washington's offline, radar service terminated, frequency
Oh,
change approved. That's
hey,
good one.
thanks, Field.
See you later. Thanks for the
I
help.
hope it was a good approach, and thank you, Nanny Ray. I think I know who you are, but you know, hi. Alright,
Walker
guys.
1483, cross
Taxiing
50
over to the
miles
north cargo ramp.
of Pensy at a maintain flight level 240.
50 north of Benzee, 240, Walker 1483.
Delta 1572, at our contact altitude.
Altitude 4200 for Delta.
Alright, let's do some exterior
Delta
views here.
1572, climb and maintain flight level 340.
Altitude 40, Delta 615.
Looks like we got a Delta 777 right there. Hello. I flew those for a while for Delta Virtual Airlines, but I settled on the MD-11 many years ago. All right, guys, we got a United Airlines coming in. All right. Okay, really getting a little fast on the taxi here. We are going to North Cargo, so I'll quickly show you that so I don't drive off the runway here. We're going to be making a left turn on Alpha 11 and parking over here. So we're right here right now.
American 650,
This was a good approach, a good landing. I'm really happy with this.
Oh, Julie, climb, descend and maintain 350.
Okay, get a little fast on the brakes.
United 2021 is...
Thanks, man. I appreciate that. The landing did feel good to me. Felt really good.
Welcome to Atlanta, taxi via Victor Loop, join Foxtrot.
Join Foxtrot, thanks.
I got this MD-11 stuff down, man. This is totally my jam.
Let's see, cross Eving at a maintain flight level 330.
Hey, getting kind of close to our turn here.
95, West 1695, Eving at 330.
Hey, Alpha 11 coming up on the left.
License 650, could you write down the waypoint for me?
American 650, it's Julie, Juliet, Oscar,
Okay,
Oscar,
crew coming
Lima,
left.
India. It should be on Quebec 56.
Yep, good.
Okay, we got another left turn coming up here.
1695. Delta 1695, go ahead. Just to confirm, it's to cross Eving at 330. Affirmative. Okay, copy. 1695, thank you.
Ah, did I make a wrong turn? I think I did.
Atlanta Center, Delta 5280, ready to go, Dan?
Say again?
Delta 5280, ready to go, 27 right.
Stand by, American 289 Heavy, turn left, heading 290, join the localizer, advise the Atlanta airport in sight.
I think I made a wrong turn somewhere.
To the localizer, we'll advise when we have inside American 289.
Oh, I went in Alpha 13.
Delta 5280
I overshot it.
on
I'm sorry.
to
Sorry, guys, I haven't been to
Snapdragon
Atlanta
Bomber,
in
27
forever.
right, clear for takeoff.
So I actually went to
Alright,
Alpha 13 and not
so I'll
Alpha
take up
11.
to
So
right,
we'll
Delta
fix it.
5280.
Make a left turn coming up here.
For which side, American 289?
American 289 heavy, you're cleared visual approach, runway 27 left, runway 27 left, you're cleared to land.
27 left, clear to land, American 289.
We kind of have a tight fit here. I think we'll make it work.
Hello, 2170, Atlanta Center, good evening, IDA.
What is that thing? Oh, it's a 767. Okay. Company traffic. Hopefully we don't hit his wingtip. Oh, no, we're good. We got clearance.
2170 radar, contact 45 miles northeast.
Okay,
of the
parking spot's right there.
VOR, flight level 340.
Slow it down a little bit. Okay, stand by for turn. And turn. A little bit of number 1 engine thrust. Turn it in. And let's go to marshaller view.
Atlanta Center, got native Delta 823 with you, ramp 3 north, ready for taxi.
Delta 823, Atlanta Center, runway 26 left, taxi via Foxtrot, the Atlanta altimeter 3011, more than 1 hour hold.
Wait, Foxtrot 26 left, Delta 823.
All right. Okay, parking brake set. Okay, let's do our aircraft parking checklist. Transponder is off, and let's go ahead and turn off the radio for now. I no longer need it. Anti-ice is off. Fuel switches. 3, 1, 2. Seatbelt signs. Okay, emergency power off. Exterior lights as required. So beacon light is off. Wheel chocks, let's get those in. And let's request the ground power as well. So let's go ground power, wheel chocks, those are in. Parking brake release. IRSs off. 1, 2, 3. Status page. Reviewed. Okay, these are normal conditions, no issues there. And APU, let's switch over to external power. Turn off the APU power and shut off the APU. No longer required. We're on external power, and that is the parking checklist. Guys, we are done. Let's get it opened up and get some ground service done here. There we go. Let's unload our beast. That's a screenshot right there. Alright guys, we are down and finished. I hope you enjoyed the flight. This was really, really fun. Our takeoff out of Louisville was beautiful. Great climb, great ATC. A beautiful visual approach with the ILS backup and a decent touchdown. Although I landed a little bit longer than I would have liked. We used the whole runway to roll out. Next time I need to be a little more aggressive with my manual braking. I think we could have stopped sooner. But I'll take it, man. It was safe. Didn't bend any metal. I'd have one small write-up for the tech log, the autopilot porpoising. Slightly in pitch. But I'd take the aircraft like that back to Louisville. Okay, so let me catch up with the chat here. At any rate, packages are safe. Thank you so much. Will there be a next flight? Yes, in about 1 hour, because I need to go get some lunch. It is 12:10 p.m. here in Southern California, and I'm getting hungry. So in about an hour, I will be live for the return to Louisville. I hope you guys will join me there. Pigeon, honestly, I don't know. I haven't played Microsoft 2020. I went straight into X-Plane 12 after I got back into flight simming, so I have no experience with the modern flight sim software. I would wait. If you're on X-Plane 11 and you're happy with it, stick with it. X-Plane 12 is cool. The only thing that is a downside to it, in my opinion, is that there's just less payware available. Like, everybody makes payware for Flight Sim 2020, right? And 2024. not as many options for good quality payware for X-Plane 12, but X-Plane 12 is pretty cool. I got it because I wanted this MD-11, and the TDFI MD-11 was not ready yet. And I honestly don't like buying payware when it first comes out because it's usually all jacked up. It's not right. It's got issues. So I'm in no rush to get into that thing. This works fine for me. I'm gonna stick with X-Plane 12 for a while. So let's call it 1 hour from now, guys. I'll be getting ready to go. I'm gonna go get some lunch, and then I'll be back online streaming again for the return out of Atlanta back to Louisville, and then from there we'll go somewhere else. I want to go where the ATC's at today because I really like this stuff. In the meantime, I want to thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you'll come back in about an hour, and we'll fly back to Louisville. It should be just about an hour flight, something like that. Anyway, guys, no, maybe a little bit longer. Anyway, guys, I'll catch you later. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.